start the 2022 season, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards in a pair of scores. It's the Giants and the Bears, next on EA Sports.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is now one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by her. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Fields. Throw left side. Taken in by Claypool. And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Fields now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Cole Kmet started to look like the second-round pick Chicago made in 2020, catching 60 passes for over 600 yards. Both of those are the most for a Bears tight end since 2014. Certainly hoping to build on those numbers this season with plays like that.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Back to Montgomery on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And some space, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd and 2, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards for number 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On first down, Fields. He's got Fuller. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A first down carry for Barkley. 152 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Barkley inside, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Up the middle with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A handoff to Barkley. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We begin over at AT&T Stadium, Washington, in its first visit with its new franchise name, taking on Dallas. And that game tied 21-all in the second quarter. A lot of offense there. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Seahawks in that ball game. Kenneth Walker, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. 3 touchdown passes there for Jalen Hurts. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. The Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A read option. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here's a give to Barkley, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 189 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Holding, offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. That ball caught by Slayton. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing, Jones. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw. Jones. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Jones now throwing to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And Gano is going to miss this one left. Oh, it's no good for Gano. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there hauled in by Claypool. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, it's Fields. Claypool with it up. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they could mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. The 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And New York set to take the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Jones looking for Shepard deep. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now Jones on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
No let-up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold-up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He's going to go up top again, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Fields. And that will be incomplete as well. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Jackson to return. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep. So for the Giants, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo, Porso, photo.